All right, welcome. Happy Monday, everyone. Hope you've all had a beautiful, beautiful Easter break. Um, Without further ado, we'll get straight into it. I'll start with crypto today. Why not? Had this potential distribution forming on Bitcoin, which got completely overridden. We've just gone swept our second deviation tap and have gone right through this supply. So that is all gone. What I will do though is I will draw this as my new range, and we can potentially get something like this. Come back in, fill some of these inefficiencies, and then slowly make our way back up for some type of third tap in here, and then go back into this 4-hour guy if that's what we can pre-plan. But as always, look, only time will tell. It can get invalidated pretty quick. Price can just continue to go up, and we have to be okay with that happening. In terms of supply up here, so far it's valid, but we'll see what it looks like on the lower time frame. That's been mitigated, but I think this may not have. Yeah, technically speaking, this is valid. This is very, very valid supply, and we might have overlapping structure here. Which I can use this. It's not the cleanest, but it is overlapping, or borderline overlapping. So this showcases then where the true inefficiency is, right here. And obviously to the average retail trader, if they completely overlook this and they just have this main area of supply charted up, price can very much do this. And then rejects just off here, move back. Whereas to them, if they haven't got this, if they haven't seen this overlapping structure supply, their chart would just look like this, and they'll be like, "Oh no, my supply got front run." No, your supply did not get front run. If you looked closely, you had a more refined supply area just below this larger supply area. So, and that more refined supply area showcases where the exact true inefficiency is on the chart. So, very important for you all to pay close attention and really go to the lowest time frame. Don't just see this and be like, all right, that's my supply. Next. Go all the way to the one if you can. So I've got my alert set. And I am now monitoring this. This might be some form of demand, and it kind of is. Yeah, that is valid. Very valid demand. So ideally, I'd like to see this get mitigated first, but only time will tell. Yeah, in terms of Bitcoin, this is kind of all I'm seeing for now. Not much more to be done. Let's have a look at ETH. ETH, yeah. ETH has entered in this supply. So far, it's looking to push through quite strong. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. Not a fan of this range at all. Therefore, will not be using it. Yeah, with ETH at the moment, I kind of just need better price action. Look at USDT dominance. We have ran through this demand. I'm just going to get rid of that altogether. As soon as we have swept this low, then our new range will be this. But for now, that has not happened. And then we do have some lower time frame demand in here. Has it been mitigated? Can't do bar replay here, fair enough. Well, I guess not too significant to... Yeah. It's just not that significant at the moment. Yeah, we'll still monitor this range. Moving on. XLM. Exit bar replay. This can technically be our range for now. I have a feeling it might still be valid. Let's have a look. Not quite. It's a bit too market structure like. Therefore, I will not be using it. Yeah, this must have been... Yeah, XLM, I'll still just be monitoring it for now. This could have been a... Could this have been a PO3? Potentially. Trying to see what happened in this manipulation area. Not much, really. Like, not much at all. You had a very low time frame distribution in here, but nothing clean that you could have taken an entry from. Yeah. And then we might get a retest in here. Oh, like, I'd be pretty confident not getting a retest in here. So we will see there. Especially if we pull back into this quite slowly, as price is doing right now, then this could be a potential long opportunity. But yeah, just got to be patient. Yeah, pump fun. I missed this setup. I was monitoring this setup last night, and I pretty much went to bed right before it confirmed. So this was a very, very clean setup. I will walk you through it. So yeah, as of here, we were now downtrending. We formed a tap 1, Wyckoff high, tap 2, created demand here. This could have been your tap 3, but it was just way too close, so I was never going to trade this tap 3, and I was always going to wait for more price movement for this range to form a bit nicer. And yeah, then we had our tap 3 and our third or technically second deviation, but had quite a bit of supply above us. So at the time, so yeah, at the time, in about like here, what was the time? Yeah, this is pretty much where I was at last night. It was about like 12:30, so I was about like here, and yeah, price swept our third tap, but I was not gonna, like, technically you could enter here, but you should never enter here. The reason why I'm saying you could enter here because it's a valid break of structure. So using our 6th candle rule, this is a valid break of structure. It's not valid on the 5-minute, but I believe it was valid on the 3. Yes, it was valid on the 3. So consecutive bearish, consecutive bullish, consecutive bearish again. So yeah, price broke structure here, but you're never going to enter here because of how heavy and how much supply we have above us. So plan was to, regardless of how strong the break of structure was going to be, which was quite strong in this instance, as you can see, you have to wait for price to tap this supply first and see how it reacts. And yeah, we created some nice demand from here. So we obviously came up, mitigated supply, and slowly moved back down. Mitigated this demand, and then you could pretty much enter. Technically speaking, your first entry could be here. That is a valid break of structure. So what I would have done, although I was sleeping at this point, would be enter here, and then you would put your stops here. Why would you put your stop loss here? Because price has no more reason to go lower. If price goes past this point, it will most likely go past this point as well, just because there's nothing else holding price back down. If there was more demand here, then yes, you would want to put your stop below this low, because price has reason to go lower because there's demand here, but there's no demand in here, as this has all been mitigated. So price has no reason to go lower than this point, and so you put your stops here, and then you would put your TP here, 3.28. So that could be your initial entry, 3.28. And what you could have done, only once seeing how price will move after it's also swept this, it's ran through this supply, so now after prices ran through this supply, there is nothing left holding price from going up. You can see a slight pullback because there's more inefficiencies in here. I draw this so it's clean to see. Yeah. You can see we have more demand. Like this is as clean of a setup as you'll ever get. Demand chain after demand chain. And what you can do is set a limit buy or just pay attention to where the price is. So you can have a more refined entry, and you would simply wait for price to pull back in here and then wait for a break of structure. So if we go to our lower time frame, that's our low. You can enter and add more right in here, and you will just keep your stop loss here, which then this will allow you to enter another position on this break of structure. Your stop loss stays beneath here. So then you would essentially have two positions, one with a 3.28 risk to reward, one with a 4.42 risk to reward. And then you can simply just be patient and wait. And price would have eventually hit your TP, and that's exactly why I said you keep your stop loss below here, because price has no reason to go below this low, but it can still pull back to make a higher low. Because from a market structure perspective, this is a higher low, and that's fine. We're still uptrending. This is still an uptrend. Price has reason to go here. It just has got no reason to go below this low. So yeah, that would have been a beautiful, beautiful trade, which I did not take because I was asleep. But it's good to see that the system works. That is the best thing for confidence as well. It is really good to see that the system works. You just have to be on the chart at the right time and pre-plan it effectively. So yeah, that is pretty much Pump Fun at the moment. You might get a pullback now from Pump Fun. I'm just trying to see. Have we reached exhaustion? That is valid supply. This is my new range. Very low time frame for now, so we will have to pay close attention to it. All right, let's see what else the markets have for us. Technically speaking, we are in somewhat of an accumulation model, but had you have entered here, this would have been a nice play where you can just take a partial and then just let price run and see where it goes. Let's have a look at XMR. I did do quite a bit of pre-planning on this last night, so we have our This is our initial accumulation range. We do have demand below, and we did distribute here, which has not, this is sort of, it is counter context because you're in a confirmed distribution, which is a very clean confirmed distribution. Like, this is beautiful. Simply beautiful. And yeah, you are, like, order flow objective is you're expecting price to sweep this and also take out this low, I believe. I'll have to double check. Yeah, I would like to see price take this low. So yeah, order flow objective is definitely lower. So I would be very, very cautious on longing this. But for now, if you catch any distributions in here, go for it. But for now, price just isn't distributing. So I'm going to leave this as is. Yeah. Hype. This was a decent distribution, which has completed itself, and now we might be distributing again, potentially. Yeah, like, it's valid. Return to zone could be a little, oh, you know what, it's not too bad actually. However, you can see here, price is slowly coming back down, leaving quite a bit of buy-side liquidity above, which I wouldn't be surprised if we come back up and sweep. So yeah, it will be interesting if we come back up for this. I definitely wouldn't be entering just yet. Definitely not. And we have supply above us. I'll tell you what, if oil price might just continue and finish this schematic, but if we do get a slow pullback in here, a nice mitigation and a break of structure, then I will happily long this. But yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. Contextually speaking, we can expect price to go higher. At least for now. It's a little bit stretched out, but it is just borderline a potential distribution model. This is your extreme liquidity. Do we have demand is the question of the day. Supply, sorry. I don't think we do. Not really. Like, nothing clean. If it is in there, it's not clean. But yeah, it will be interesting to see what this does. How long has this been going on for? Yeah, very low time frame, pretty high risk, 4 hours and 25 minutes. So Not really going to cling on to it. Let's have a look at Aave. Still a ranging environment, but there's just no return to zone, and we do have quite a bit of supply. The only thing that would make this interesting is if we mitigate this supply and then slowly come back down for an extended tap, and it becomes something like your tap 1, tap 2, tap 3. So it's a higher time frame model 2, and then your return to zone will look something like this. Something like that. This is the only thing that would make this interesting. But for now, you just got to give price quite a bit more time. And we do have demand below us, so that is a-okay. So a slow pullback into this demand could make things a little interesting. But I would like to see the supply mitigated first. And we might actually have overlapping demand here, if I am not mistaken. Yeah, it's valid. This is valid overlapping demand. Or like it's not overlapping, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's just above this higher demand, this much greater demand POI. So this showcases then exactly where the true inefficiency lies on the chart, which is right here. You know what, as I'm just charting this, I'm probably going to do 2 separate videos. This one's just going to be crypto, and after this I'll click finish recording once I'm done with crypto, and then we will do a separate video for Forex. So yeah, this is what I am expecting on Aave. Some nice pullback, slow and steady into here, break of structure, and then up and away, but only after we've mitigated that supply. So we will see what happens. SUI range invalidated. This is technically speaking my new range. So we will see what happens. Contextually speaking for SUI, I'm not really expecting this low to get taken out, just because it's already swept so much and it's swept these lows.
if anything, I expect this, which I have placed as an alert. I do expect this though to get taken out. So yeah, let me see what Render's doing. That's it for Sui anyway. And Render, okay, interesting. We're actively currently creating our second tap for this distribution, which you can already see really, really nice return to zone shaping up here. So, so far so good for Render. But yeah, Sui, that's all for now. Doge. There we go. I will just put my Also, guys, very, very important. If you guys can't drink soda water, like, you're all a bitch. You have to be able to drink soda water, otherwise, it could be tough. It could be tough out here. You have to be able to drink soda water. It's a given. If you want to be a successful trader, you've got to be able to drink soda water. It's just the way it is. I don't make the rules. Yeah, Doge, we are sort of compressing here. It's not the cleanest compression, but it's a compression. Not much more to be done on Doge. XRP may have just missed this potential accumulation model, which also got confirmed last night. Man, should just stayed awake a bit more. If we're fortunate, we might get a slight pullback. But I wouldn't be counting on it. Pretty similar to the example from earlier. I can't remember if it was Hype or XMR. But I'm only going to be looking to enter here if we get a very slow pullback, like very slow, and no broken structure. Otherwise, you can expect this model to be confirmed somewhat soon. Just on my own curiosity, I'm trying to remember what example that was. It wasn't Hype. I don't think it was. XMR maybe? Yeah, similar to XMR anyway. It was Aave. That's right. Yeah, Aave. So similar to Aave.
Obviously, no supply needs to be mitigated, but we want a slow pullback into this demand. And that is the same thing that I would like with XRP. I think whatever supply was in here has been mitigated. Yeah. Like you do have this. Yeah, that's it for now with just a very awkward range here. I'm not really interested in much at the moment. Yeah, I'm not going to try to force anything. Ran through the supply in Litecoin. Same thing, it's just a bit of an awkward spot to trade, so I'm not going to really it's funny how we've actually kept in this ranging environment. Excuse me, guys. But yeah, pretty awkward position to trade. Like you're literally around EQ of this range. I would just leave it. Quant. Not much happening here. Sol. Yeah, I remember looking at Sol yesterday. Sol's just bouncing left, right, and center. Do I have to delete that? And we have created demand here. Asta was doing nothing yesterday, and it's been doing nothing for a while. Just terrible ranging price action. Just bouncing from supply and demand. Cake. I wouldn't be counting this as a distribution. Maybe there is just trying to see if this was mitigated. I'm gonna pretty confidently assume that whatever supply was in here has been mitigated on the lower time frames.
Or maybe not. Wow, okay. It has not been mitigated. This is a crazy powerful supply then. Wow. We will, and you know what? Wow. Check this out. Supply created by a distribution model. So you know what that means? You're going to get a strong reaction from this supply. You can almost even like set a limit sell just on this supply. Like, yeah, you could pretty much start like shorting cake from now if you really wanted to. And it's taken out all these it's swept all this. It is just very low time frame and not clean at all. But I definitely expect cake to go lower. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Towel. Nothing really interesting for now. We are technically in one big accumulation model, theoretically. If I can get my... No, I'm just going to manually draw this from here. From a spot buy perspective, Tau could be very good. Tau can be very good from a spot buy perspective. Because yeah, I can definitely see Tau coming back up to at least this range high. So wouldn't be looking at anything at any entries at least until we get to around here, which I can see us come back into this demand sooner or later, but for now we will be patient. Let's have a look at Ondo. Not much, just shitty rangy behavior. Link, pretty similar story. Render, we obviously made our first deviation high. Virtual, nothing really worthwhile at the moment. We're just in a bit of an awkward spot right now. Ton. We've obviously completed this P03 schematic quite nicely, if you remember when I drew that. I don't remember exactly when I had this charted up, but yeah, it played out really nicely. And we even front ran this supply up here. Could we be distributing? Wouldn't put it past us. This does look like a potential nice distribution, but I would like to give it more time. This could be our extreme liquidity, and we might do something like this, range a bit, come back up, take that extreme liquidity, and then yeah, this becomes our 1, 2, and 3 sweeping extreme liquidity, which is here. So I will not be looking to trade anything at the moment for ton. Just simply give it time. Like you can even look at this tomorrow if you want. Yeah, just way too early on at the moment. But the return to zone is beautiful. Really, really beautiful. And contextually speaking, I do expect this low to get taken at some point. So a distribution is definitely in our favor. We will see what happens. Bitcoin Cash had that distribution which completed itself. And now, yeah, we're kind of just ranging. We have swept this low. Very nice. And we're still in a pro distribution schematic. So we can still expect price to go lower. Yeah, just continue looking out for distributions. This would be nice to catch, but we unfortunately missed it. Yeah, that is kind of it for crypto. Trump might get we front ran this demand. Fart coin. Not much happening there. Right, not much happening there. So yeah, we'll move some of these pairs in order of importance. We'll move render up. XLM can stay there. Pump Fun can stay. We had Cake. Quant can go up. Aave as well. WIF was doing nothing. XRP looks like it might complete itself. Doge compressing. Sui doing nothing. Yeah, that is it for crypto. But yeah, first proper crypto video in like ever, I reckon. Where we've just allocated all our time to crypto. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for listening, viewing. Subscribe if you are new, and I will upload another one quite soon with a lot more Forex in depth, because yeah, I haven't touched on Forex, so we'll do that one soon. Thank you guys, and peace. I will catch you all on the next one.